Hello and welcome to Gabe in the Kitchen. So today we're going to be making delicious buttermilk fried chicken. Buttermilk is a bit of a stretch. I mean, we're using this. This is all we had in the fridge. We had buttermilk, but it's expired. We've got this, which says alternative to cream. You check the ingredients. It's mostly buttermilk, so it should work. Anyway, so we've got in here, these are boneless drumsticks. I don't know how they did it, but they've got everything out and it's still kind of in rings. So I'm just gonna grab a knife and separate them so they're more flat. So now we're gonna prep our marinade. This is gonna be left overnight and we're gonna cook this tomorrow. So this is about 270 mils. I'm just gonna pour the whole thing. So whatever you've got, just use it as is. And I'm hoping that this works. One teaspoon of garlic. You can use garlic granules or powder, it doesn't really matter. Then we're gonna go 75% of a teaspoon. So what's that? 3/4 teaspoon of chili powder. Ours is extra hot. Use mild, hot, whatever. Tiny bit of black pepper. I'm talking half a teaspoon. All that heat is going to get quenched by the cream, so I'm not too worried. Again, look, who designs this, guys? Crazy. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika and then 1 teaspoon of salt. This is a rare occasion where I actually use salt, guys. I'm just going to keep going till I get 1 teaspoon. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna mix that up.
Mix that and then pour it in the chicken.
Do your seasoning directly into the pot, as Jess says, and then pour that onto your chicken. Saves you doing this little dance that we're doing here. But yeah, that's it. We'll marinate this overnight and we'll cook it tomorrow for dinner.
Yay!
So we're back. We're gonna start cooking the chicken. It has been chilling in the fridge. You can have it, it doesn't have to be a whole day or overnight. You can have it for a minimum of 1 hour in the fridge. Overnight is ideal because you get to get all the flavors in there, but an hour is fine, okay? And because the pieces are quite thin, it doesn't really make that big a difference, I'll be honest. Anyway, in here I've got about 300 grams of all-purpose flour, plain flour if you're in Britain.
You could have measured it on there.
I could have measured it.
He doesn't think.
Whatever. To this, I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt, and then I'm gonna use MSG.
Ta-da.
About 2 teaspoons, well, 1.5 teaspoons of that. If just would have watched that, you'd have seen it. Oh well. Garlic granules, again, 2 teaspoons in there. Smoked paprika, again, 2 teaspoons. Who made this? Who made this?
Every time.
Every time. Because
Every time it gets him.
I have the same problem every time, so
every
of course.
Every time it gets him.
Like, all the other ones, no problem. It makes it so hard to measure. Oh well. About 2 teaspoons.
That's a lot of paprika.
No, it's gonna be paprika-y. Mixed herbs. Again, or herbs. You want about 1 teaspoon in there. The problem with this, if you over season this, it will affect your entire dish. You want about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper in there. Woo, that's gone up my nose. Let's put less. About 1/4 teaspoon of chili. Okay. We're gonna stir that in.
Mixy.
There we go. So, our burgers are gonna use onions. So we're only gonna use 1/2 an onion because it's just for 2 burgers. You don't really need that many onions in there. And here's my little tip. If you have yourself a jar of pickled gherkins, which you should have anyway because you're making burgers, you should have pickles. We're gonna use that pickle water to pickle our onions. So I'm just gonna thinly slice.
But Gabriel, why don't you just get pickled onions?
Because That's an extra cost. No one needs to. Why?
They're cheap.
Please.
I like pickled onions.
Alright, this is enough for 2 burgers. Just about 1/4 of an onion, and I'm actually gonna just place all of this straight into the jar, guys, just like that. And we're gonna let that pickle in there. At the same time, I'm gonna slice our pickles. I'm gonna go lengthways. What do you think, Jess? You like them lengthways?
I don't care. I just like pickles.
Right, lengthways. We'll slice pickles, chopped and ready to go. And now, here's another little trick. In your flour bowl, you want, do you know those knobbly bits in KFC where it's crunchy? And it's
I'm
like
sure they know the
big
knobbly
clumps?
bits.
Right. A way to achieve something like that is to get a bit of your.
Oh, that looks lovely, doesn't it?
I mean, it does look pretty good. Get a bit of your buttermilk and then just drizzle it in here like that. And what this is doing is it's creating little clumps of flour that are gonna stick to the chicken as a clump, and then when that fries up, you're gonna have nice crunchy bits. Buttermilk acts as its own binder. Oh yeah, I'm gonna place that in there, give it a wee toss. Now chicken's all in there. I'm just gonna close it. This is the advantage of using a container. Now I can just give the whole container a shake. Okay, so guys, when you have something like this, which is looking absolutely gorgeous, I'm just gonna press it down a little bit. This helps to make sure that it's actually stuck onto the surface of the chicken. You see all these bits? They're gonna fry up real nice. Right, so at this point, it's safe to mention that I've got the oil preheating.
Ta-da!
We can probably only do about two. So that was me checking to make sure it was hot enough. And then I'm just gonna gently release.
But Gabriel, shouldn't we lay things down away from us?
Yeah, I don't know who made up that rule. I don't know why. But as long as you're gentle and you don't splash anything on yourself.
Haven't you just put one over the top of the other one?
Wrong. Now we'll let that cook till it's golden brown, guys. The oil was a tad bit too hot. I don't have one of those thermometer thingies, but if you have them, use it. So I've taken it off the heat just to let it cook a bit slower, and you can see it's looking gorgeous already. Looks like KFC, right? Damn. If we knew there were 11 herbs and spices, we would have done that. But this is buttermilk chicken, so don't worry about that. It's gonna be tasty anyway. As long as they're golden brown and didn't get golden brown too quickly. So like, if it became golden brown as soon as you put it in, the oil was obviously too hot. And you need to take it off and let it cook. Look at that, guys. Right, so these ones are done. These took a bit longer because I think the heat is now, the temperature is now where it should be. So I'm going to take them off, and then I'm going to put the old ones back in. So we're going to do an impromptu double fry because I don't trust that they're cooked. So back in there they go, but only for about maybe 2 minutes maximum, just to get it cooked and get them back to being warm because we're gonna melt the cheese on them. So today we're gonna use lovely burger buns. I think these are brioche. At least they should be. It doesn't say brioche anywhere on the pack. Where did we get this, Jess?
You bought it.
Ah, Sainsbury's. It must have been Sainsbury's. But yeah, we froze them, so don't worry about the date. They were frozen. These we've got Dairy Lee cheese slices. Now, if you haven't tried these, you're missing out. These are like American sliced cheese, but white and much better.
Yeah, that one's mine. I don't want any more butter. He gives me more anyway.
Butter isn't bad for you, man. Butter's good for you. Anyway, we're gonna go straight in the frying pan. It's still a bit cold. Make sure you warm your frying pan first and then put your butter in. We're just gonna make our own burger sauce. This is me trying out different ratios and figuring out what's good. Just likes it, I like it, so we're gonna do some more. So in here it is just 1 teaspoon of barbecue sauce. Usually you use ketchup, right? And now we're a barbecue kind of household here. Then get the best mayo you can. Again, 1 teaspoon of that. It's just equal ratios of everything. Nice and easy to follow. And then I'm gonna go. And now this is Dijon mustard.
You.
I don't think you can use the yellow one if you want, but I like this one. Use use a tiny bit. I'm talking this much. And a bit of salt on there, just a sprinkle, and a bit of black pepper, just a sprinkle. Just is just hungry. She wants to eat. This is after work. We're all starving. And then a sprinkle of granulated sugar. You can use honey if you're feeling posh. Give that a whirl. Right, frying pan. Melted butter straight in, like so. This is a must. Even though the brioche has a lot of butter, you need to do this. Toast the buns, like so. Then we're gonna let that start. Then I'm gonna add another knob of butter. Get the second. Cool. So guys, keep an eye on these. They burn pretty quick because they've got a high sugar content. And then if you get patches like this, it's fine. Anyway, these are hot, so be careful how you handle them, guys. I have developed what we call kitchen fingers. I can handle it.
They're a bit well done.
Well done. These are perfect. Guys, these are perfect. Don't listen to Jess. Oh, yes. Look at that. Anyway, so I go straight cheese
Butter.
on your bun. Chicken, right? So I'll put on there for Jess.
On the side.
That is delicious, by the way, guys. My goodness. So, semi-pickled onions. You're gonna. Oh god, that's good. Just gonna split that. Next.
Man thinks he's good and Ramsey.
Man. You made the comparison, man. Ain't you thinking about it? Did I remind you of Gordon Ramsay?
No.
Yeah, then why did he come to head? Tonight? Anyway, guys, have your sauce. Just smoke that there on top. Piece of sauce. There. Is a perfect homemade buttermilk chicken. I don't even know what am I saying, Jess? I don't know. I'm just looking at this. It looks so good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. All right, guys. See you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye.